Hello everyone, this is Sunil Thidam. So I am a pre-sales consultant and a senior enterprise performance consultant, and I work with Keansa Solutions. Today I'll be working the role of a supply planner. So the role of the supply planner is to make sure that his resources are busy at all time, and he'll make sure that the supply is level loaded, and he'll keep the inventory optimal. He'll also make sure the customer service levels are set and maintained at all times. So I will now get into a distribution planning template. So here, a distribution planner would be looking at a product family and a distribution center level. So the point of view would now be changed, and the consensus demand that's coming from the consensus template, which Sarbit has just explained, would then be split into weekly time buckets. Previously, it would be looked at a monthly level, so now it becomes a bit granular. So here, and it's also lead time adjusted, and the main measures he would be looking at would be actual shipments. What were his actual shipments, and he can then look at the consensus demand that just came in weekly buckets, and then he tries to look at the safety stock and make sure it's maintained, and also he looks at the supply plan and try to make sure that it's always level loaded. And using these, the system would then automatically calculate the projected on-hand requirement, inventory requirement, which would be the demand. And here our system would automatically look at it and then look for show any errors if there are any. So if it's maintained above or below the safety stock, if it's depleting. And so that would be our projected inventory requirement. So our projected inventory requirement is at a distribution level here. So from here, it then needs to be split to plant level, which then gets into production. So now I would show you a template called finished good plant allocation and show you how the demand was then split from distribution centers to plants. As you can see, we are at a distribution center 1, and the demand is being split to plants here, and as you can see, it's also being split on a ratio basis, like 60, 20 and 20 here. So this is a split ratio that's being split. So this is all happening through a configuration template for a distribution planner. So I'll show you how it happens. So we are in a distribution configuration template, so where the rules are set. So as you can see, for any distribution center that's selected on the top and products on the left, you would be able to select the plants, and this is how the relations are set. And on the below, these were the default split percentages on which your demand is being split to your plants from your distribution center and product, and which could be varied and adjusted by your distribution planner at all times. And on the right, it's getting a bit granular from your plants to lines level. The connections are also being activated here, so that the demand then flows forward. So from here, I would get into a rough cut capacity planning view. So this is where a production planner would then look at a plant and the allocated demand, and then look for exceptions in terms of our capacity or machinery or maintenance. So we are in a rough cut capacity planning view template. As you can see, we have a product family selected. Okay, now I would want to do a planning for week 36 and see if I have any exceptions for a plant A. On the left, I just see plant A, and this is how much it is allocated, and this is what is available. So as we can see, the allocated is less than available. So it says the utilization percentage, which is 98%, which is under, which is fine. But when it comes to a line level, we see an error for a line 9. The allocated capacity, it's showing a highlighted part here where it says an error. So this is an exception. So it's because the available capacity is less than the allocated. So, but we can adjust it between our lines. So as a supply planner, what I can do is I can adjust these numbers. So I can override the numbers here on the right and see I can allocate it. Now I would say, okay, 25% goes here, 37% goes here, 38 goes here. All right, I just made sure it's 100%, and okay, that fixed it because the allocation error has been gone and it's under allocated. It's a good capacity. So this is how a supply planner can fix some of the issues. And now if he comes to another plant, which is plant B, okay, we see that there is an exception here at a plant level. There is more allocated and the availability is less. So that's the reason. Even we have an issue at a line level. So we would now see what's the issue. It says it has maintenance. So to fix this issue, I just need to increase my capacity for that day. So what I can do is I can get into another configuration template, which is production config. So by changing the maintenance calendar, what we can do is we can push the available capacity that's there on that particular day to the next week. So that what happens is, like, we can always see if for the next week. Okay, right now I'm in the maintenance calendar. Okay, so we are planning for plan B. Plan B and see that, okay, there's a maintenance, right? That's why the system says there's a maintenance. So now I want to move this maintenance to the next week. All right, so now that we have moved the maintenance, now I'll go back and see what's happening. Okay, I need to be at plan B for week 36. Okay, so I see the maintenance has been moved, so I don't see an issue. All right, so but if we go to week 37, since we have moved the maintenance, and see what's happening. Okay, so the maintenance has been moved to week 37, but so, and the exception is moved, but this is something, the issue has been postponed, so but it's not fixed. So this is something, as a supply planner, I would take it to an S&OP meeting, which cannot be fixed by supply planner, and then get reviewed and see what would be my options. So those are some of the exceptions the supply planner would go through in a daily life.